that the detailed drawings are done and I've got a cut list to work from, I pulled out the hard maple. There's 2 large planks of 8/4 or 2-inch thick hard maple and a pile of 4/4. And I'm going to kind of look through it, look for defects in the lumber, any twists or bows, kind of mark that out, and then begin to select areas for certain pieces. I usually work from the longest pieces first and try to best utilize what we have here for lumber. Roughly a little over 16 board foot of 8/4. And because the final leg dimension needs to be 2.5 inches, the 2-inch won't yield enough thickness, so the plan is to glue on an additional 4/4 an inch thick, so we'll have roughly 3 inches of rough, which when we machine it and glue it up, we should get to be able to obtain the 2.5 inches square for the legs without wasting a lot of extra lumber, because if you glue two of these together, you're going to have to waste a lot of lumber. So that's kind of the plan here, is to use the thinner stuff to laminate to the thicker stuff to end up yielding where we want to be. So again, all these parts are cut considerably oversized, so you have plenty to work with, but it gets them down to a size where they're a lot easier to joint and plane. And I always try to have some extra parts as I'm machining, so if there's a problem, you have a backup without going back through all the machining processes. So here I'm going to run probably 6 legs with the plan of getting the 4 best. It's good. The pieces laid out. These will be make 3 leg portions, another 3 leg portions here, 2 long enough to do the back inner rail or the back rail, side rail here, side inner rails here, and I want to have some spares, so the best thing to do is give it some thought and make sure I've got at least 1 spare for these extra long. So I'm going to rip this board and keep 2 long ones just for flexibility for spare parts. Now that I got the big plank ripped, I can start rough cutting these to rough lengths to begin the next portions of the machining. I have the material here for the glue ups for the leg blanks. The pieces are wide enough that they can't go across the joiner, so I have to pre-rip these so that they can go across the joiner and get one flat surface, and then we'll be able to glue the 1 inch basically thick boards, the 2 inch thick boards, come up with the leg blanks, and then they can be made square and sized after that. So this process is going to be ripping it to width, running it over the joiner, getting one flat surface, and then preparing for the glue up. Gotten through the pile of boards and positioned them on the table saw with the bow up, so it will be the best way to put a flat surface on each one of these so that we can glue them together. Now with one flat surface, now I'm going to rough cut them to the same length so they're not greatly different in length when I'm gluing them up. Now it's time to glue up the leg blanks now that we've got boards with one flat surface on each. It's the type of situation where you can never have enough clamps if we're going to do 6 legs. So. Now that the glue's had about an hour or so to dry, I can take it out of the clamp, scrape off the bulk of the glue, and repeat the process for the second set of 3 legs. Now the leg blanks are all glued up, they've had time to cure, so now it's necessary to put one flat surface on it and then one surface that's 90 degrees to that. Then from there we can rough cut them to size and run them through the planer to obtain the final dimension of 2.5 inches square. All the blanks now have one flat surface and one square surface, so these will be my reference surfaces going forward. Since these are a little oversized, I'm going to rip them to 2 5/8 and that will save a little work at the planer. Now all the blanks are roughed up to 2 5/8. I'll be taking them to the final dimension with the planer in 2 passes each side. Always best to take light passes because hard maple can certainly tear out, and you don't want to get to the final dimension and have big chip outs. So. Final planing has been completed now, and we have blanks that are perfectly 2 1/2 inches square with edges that are perfectly 90 degrees from each other, which will be very beneficial for the upcoming joinery. Always good to have some spare parts riding along, and this would be an example. Final pass in the planer, and we've got chip out here. This can be filled, not a problem, but I'll probably end up using this leg just for test purposes of cutting the joinery because it's exactly the right size. Thanks for watching.